Hey everyone, it's Carolyn and welcome back to Speed Build Saturdays. And yes, I am aware of the fact that this is not a welcome back episode because it's the first episode ever, but since this is going to be my intro every Saturday, I'm going to start it now, which is today. That sentence made no sense. Now, I've been asked on Twitter why I chose today to start uploading, and that would be because today's my birthday, and I thought it would be nice to start on my birthday. You know, whatever, loop-de-doo. Wait, why did I say loop-de-doo? Well, I don't know why I say anything. Anyway, the reason I chose today to voiceover, now today is not the 23rd for me. Today is August 21st, so a month and 2 days till the date you are watching this, but you know, it's the same thing. Today, as you may remember, think back to August 21st, was the Great American Eclipse, big deal in America. Not as much for me, and I know what you're thinking, why it's such an amazing thing in history, you're never going to see another one. I don't live in totality. I only saw a partial eclipse. I only saw 80%, and it didn't get dark or anything. All I saw was a crescent moon that was yellow, which was the sun. Not that big of a deal, so I'll probably remember it, but I won't remember it as vividly as people who saw totality, because that's completely different if you saw totality. Now, another reason I chose today specifically to record a voiceover is because I have one of those days where everything just goes wrong, and I'll talk about that because that's the whole reason I'm voiceovering today. So it started in my speech class. I don't like speeches. I don't like public speaking. I don't like doing things in front of crowds. Now, I can be okay with it if I'm with other people. So, if I'm with my friends or if I'm a group of people on stage, it's okay. I did plays last year, and actually play singular, and I play in the band. So it's all good, I've got other people there, it's good. But I also play piano, and I have concerts twice a year, and plus a sonata competition every year. And what happens with me in social situations is, at home, I can play it perfectly, whatever. I could probably win first place if I played it this way. But the second I get on a stage, it falls apart. I play the song, yes, but I go so fast that it's not even how fast you're supposed to be going, and I can't control myself. If I try to stop, I'll mess everything up, and I'll just keep going just as fast, and I can't fix it. I don't know what to do. So the reason you need to know this was because I had my first speech today in my speech class. Yay, fun times. Now, the thing about me is everybody at my school thinks I speak way too fast, and I'll admit I speak really fast, but the thing is, I don't speak this fast normally. Yes, no. I've controlled it now, so now I usually only speak fast when I'm really excited about something, or when I'm really nervous. If I'm giving a presentation alone, a speech, I get so fast, if I stop, I'm going to mess over my words, and I'll just keep going just as fast, so I can't fix it. Now, this speech, she said she isn't going to grade as hard, rough, tough, whatever, as she will the other ones. So I was okay. I had already... Wow, that is some bad thunder. I probably shouldn't be recording when it's thundering, but to be fair, the thundering did start after I'm recording, and I don't want to have to record again. So anyway, how do I explain this best? Okay. I had already resigned myself to the fact that I will not be getting 100 this speech. I'm going to speak way too fast, and I was okay with that because it's my first speech, And it was going to be fine. The thing that annoys me the most is, though, I said that speech probably 6 or 7 times that morning. And every time I said it clearly and slowly. I have part of the speech here. I did, when I said it with my friends, I was my passion and what I'm driven by is to do well in band and school, and my short-term goal is to do well in marching band. I said it that fast every single time I said it that morning. But once I had to get up there and give that speech, it was my passion when I'm driven by is to do well in band school, and my short-term goal is to do well. Okay, that's kind of exaggerated. How do I say this best here? My passion when I'm driven by is to do well in school, and my short-term goal is to do well in marching band. And I couldn't stop. I could not slow down, and I didn't know what to do. And I was really nervous, but like I said, I knew this was happening. I knew this was going to happen. And the thing is, my friend left so I have 2 friends, right? One of them isn't in most of my classes, and one of them isn't in all of my classes. And the girl who's in all of my classes, I decided, you know what? I'm just going to look at her when I have to make, because we have to make eye contact 3 times during the speech, and I was just going to look at her, and it was all going to be fine. She left for 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, to see the eclipse. Well, actually, she's not back yet because it's only Monday, but she left to see the eclipse for 3 days and watch a game and stuff. So I didn't have anyone to look at, so I was forced to look at the new kid, awkwardly, who sits at the back of the room, and it was just a very awkward situation, and I hated it. But that was not the worst part because I knew this was happening, right? I knew this was going to happen. I predicted it. The worst part was these two kids that sit close to me in the class. After the speech was done, right, people started talking while she decided who was going to go next. These two kids, I should back up. I was listening, right, to see if anyone would talk about me, which I know I shouldn't do, but I needed to know this, right? I start listening, and this person goes, the first person, because we sit in partners of two, right? You've got two rows of two desks, and I think there's 5 groups per, so there's it's vertical, 2 vertical rows, and there's 5 little tables, and each of these 5 tables sits 2 people, and then in the back there's a long row of 4 people. So the table partner is close to me. I heard one of them go, "Man, she talked way too fast," and I was like, I knew this. And then the other one was like, "Yeah, the least she could have done was talk slower," which, when someone says the least, that obviously means there were other things wrong with it, right? So they said the least I could do was talk slower. And I was like, I'm sorry, but I didn't say that to them because I'm okay with people talk about me. You know what? I've dealt with it before. I'll deal with it again. But I do not like when people talk about something I can't help, like how fast I speak, because I cannot help it. So for the rest of this 3 or 4 minute period, they kept talking about how I talk way too fast, and I kid you not, I nearly started crying in the middle of class, which I shouldn't have, and I didn't, but I nearly did. So then I poured out my troubles to my friend, which was very sad, but doesn't matter. And then the rest of my horrible day continued. So in second period, nothing bad really happened, except I kind of zoned out, and I was afraid my teacher would nearly call me, and she nearly did, but nothing bad happened. Third period, math, I had a quiz. And now this quiz I was so nervous for because the first time we had homework about this, I didn't understand the homework and I messed up so badly. I got 30s on all the homework, 30%. That was my score. She did participation for it, but I got a 30 on it. So I was really worried about it, and I studied all weekend for this quiz. And I think I did okay with it, but there was a bonus, and I had seen the bonus right before class, and I couldn't remember it. And I was just generally really worried about the fact that I would fail this quiz. Fourth period, I had band, which is the light of my day. But I had left my band binder in my backpack, and at some point in time, my book, the band book I'm supposed to have for class, slipped out, and the new warm-up we literally just got on Friday. So I haven't even had this warm-up for 2 consecutive school days, and I already lost it. And I looked for it everywhere in my room and at school, and I can't find it. So I don't know what to do. It was great. Lunch, nothing bad happened at lunch. Oh, actually, yes, something did. It was actually not as bad as it was funny. So there's this type of skipping where you get in front of the person, your friend's in line, and you get in front of them, and then you switch back around so that you can be in front. When I lived in Belgium, they called it Indian skipping. I don't think it's called that anymore. I don't know why people called it that in Belgium, but they called it Indian skipping when I was there. So what happened was this kid got his friend to bring him a pineapple or whatever cup of fruit. He's like, "Hey, jump in front of me," and we were like, me and my friend, we were like, what's this kid doing? And he saw our face and was like, "Oh, no, I shouldn't jump in front. I shouldn't skip." And he goes "Oh, no, it's okay." And then he looks at the kid that was going to skip, looked at us like, "If it's okay." And we were like, "Oh, yeah, it's okay." And this kid, who was letting his friends skip us, said, "It doesn't matter if you don't think it's okay. It's okay." And me and my friend were just like, what? Because, this 6th or 7th grader is going I've written down. It doesn't matter if you don't think it's okay. It's okay. It's never okay to skip, but it's a different thing if someone gives you permission to skip them, right? There were still 3 or 4 people behind us that didn't give their consent or permission to being skipped. And this guy just goes, "It doesn't matter if you don't think it's okay. It's okay." And I'm holding my fries in the lunch line, and I don't want to ridicule him by laughing out loud. So I had to start biting my wrist to stop myself from laughing because it was a hilarious situation. Anyway, as you can tell now, the speed build is over, and now you're seeing these amazing screenshots that I took 2 months after I built this house. I know, wow, so productive at filming and stuff. And I know that was a very short day of terror, but that was really all that happened in my day of terror. It was mainly just the first half of the school day. Luckily, the rest of the day shaped up after then. So yeah, I know, first episode, exciting. Also, screenshots, very exciting. Now with the build being over and my story being over, you can finish these screenshots and the video will be over. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys all next Friday for Fix It Fridays. Bye!